So continuing on the scenario, if we were going after and trying to attack your networks and I started this reconnaissance, what other things can I do to gather information? How else might I be able to get what is important to me? There are a lot of other implications that are out there in gathering information, and some of them are as simple as using Google as a hacking tool. If you think about what Google does, it stores information that you might not be aware or hadn't intended to be publicly available. Even if you remove it, once one of these engines has crawled your site, they often cache that information. Other things, of course, I'm going to look for in the network ranges. I want to find out what addresses have been assigned to you. I'll do things like traceroute, use tools like Visual Route or NeoTrace to give me an idea or perspective of where you are in the world. I may use it to my advantage, I might not use it to my advantage, but it just gives me more of a picture about your network. Now remember, a lot of you thinking, well, traceroute's going to get right up to my firewall, it's going to die. Let me tell you, there are plenty of tools and available utilities that can just piggyback this information on existing traffic going into your network and continue to trace and enumerate information from the inside of your network. So you want to know, really, what can they see? So we're going to talk a lot about those things, and let me just add something else in there. With the rise of people working from home, looking at the network range might not be just what's assigned to your company. You got all these people at home doing VPN connections into your companies. They have their own public IP range, or they have their own addresses that they're using. If I can get any information I can, it's important for me to be able to say, look, in my report, here's what I was able to find. Anybody could find this information. What can we do about it? Can we change it? Or is it just good at least that we are aware of it? I especially talk about those home users because generally speaking, those home users are not as well protected at home as you're doing to protect them at work. And if I can find those home users and get a hold of their machines, then I can use their connections against you. So let's stop here and let's take a look at some of these tools that I've already talked about and what kind of information I can gather.